Happening right now on WUSA 9 News at 5. It's the final sprint to Election Day, and thousands of people are gathered along the National Mall to hear from Vice President Kamala Harris.
Yeah, in just about 2 hours, the Vice President will be right there on the ellipse, making her closing argument to the American people with exactly 1 week to go until Election Day. Thank you for being here with us tonight at 5 o'clock. I'm Lorenzo Hall.
And I'm Leslie Foster, and we are learning about some breaking news about Election Night. WUSA 9 has learned that Vice President Harris will spend Election Night here in D.C. on the campus of her alma mater, Howard University. About a week ago, sources told us that the Harris campaign was finalizing plans, so now we know it's happening. Now, we don't know specifically where on the campus the Democratic nominee will be, but before Election Night, Harris has that big speech on the ellipse.
Yeah, thousands of people are already there waiting in line. We have live team coverage for you tonight. Both Alexis Wainwright and Lionel Donovan are on the National Mall. Alexis, let's start with you. What are you saying?
Well, Lorenzo and Leslie, I can tell you, you can start to feel the energy from inside that rally trickle out here to Constitution Avenue. We have seen within the last 90 minutes, thousands of people going into the gates, going through security to secure their spot to hear from Kamala Harris tonight. Now, we want to show you another live look from one of our other cameras where you can see a closer look of those long lines that are right now here in the streets of Constitution Avenue. People have been lined up all day, some before even noon. Harris is expected to be giving her closing arguments. Strategists tell us this is her last chance to really hone in and speak to undecided voters, not necessarily here in D.C., but on a national stage for everyone watching at home. Tonight, we spoke with some people who are voting right here in D.C. These women have already casted their ballots, but we do want you to hear what they had to say about being here tonight. So again, we spoke with many of those people who have a strong stance on why exactly they want to be here to support Harris. Now, another thing we want to talk about is this is the first large event in this space since the Stop the Steal rally, actually on January 6th in 2021. So hence the large gates, the extra police out here, and the extra guards and everything, including those road closures. So again, a lot happening out here tonight. We're going to tell you the energy is here. We're hearing the music, people really partying and excited to hear Harris tonight. So of course, we'll continue to monitor this and have much more at 6 p.m. But for now, reporting live on Constitution Avenue, Alexis Wainwright, WUSA 9.
Yeah, we know folks started lining up hours ago, and many people have been asking, okay, when is the program supposed to get started?
We're hoping to get that information soon.
Yeah, it should be around between the 7, 8 o'clock hour. The Vice President's supposed to take the stage down there at the ellipse. Okay, Alexis, thank you. In the meantime, right now, former President Donald Trump is getting ready for a rally in Battleground, Pennsylvania. Earlier today, he spoke in Florida at his Mar-a-Lago estate. He commented on this controversial rally we've been telling you about from Madison Square Garden Sunday. The former president described the gathering as a love fest.
Politicians that have been doing this for a long time, 30 and 40 years, said there's never been an event so beautiful. It was like a love fest, an absolute love fest, and it was my honor to be involved. And hopefully, you know, they started to say, well, in 1939, the Nazis used Madison Square Garden. Well, and you know what? But can you imagine it? In 1939, the Nazis, they were. But how terrible to say, right? Because, you know, they've used Madison Square Garden many times. Many people have used it, but nobody's ever had a crowd like that.
Former president did not address the backlash from that event. A comedian compared Puerto Rico to, quote, a floating island of garbage. Well, on election night, by the way, WUSA 9 will have in-depth coverage of the big races in our area. Join us on WUSA 9 Plus at 8 p.m. for a live election special. Our team is going to be spread out across the region covering the races that impact all of us. You can download WUSA 9 Plus for Roku, Apple TV, Fire TV, or wherever you stream.